So let's find our seats on our bolster. If you're happier on the earth, that's totally fine with me. I just want you to start to close the eyes and go within. Just gonna make sure. I want you to start to draw the breath in through the nose and exhale, nose or mouth. Big, deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, softening your shoulders. Keep breathing, big inhale. And exhale. That's it, my friends. I just need you to be here in this moment. Set everything else aside for the next hour. Good breath. Just a reminder that this week's theme is to ground into self. So whether this means you become closer with your personal truth, maybe this means you take extra time this week to slow down and get close to the earth. However this intention lands within you, trust yourself. You know what's right for you. There we go, my loves. 2 to 3 more rounds of breath here. Last round. There we go. As you find your next exhale, drop your chin to your chest, finding a little stretch on the back of your neck. Now you're letting gravity do all the work here for you. You don't have to actively tuck the chin. Find that balance between ease and effort. 2 more rounds of breath. Good job. This last round. As you exhale, lift that chin parallel to the floor, stacking your head over heart, heart over pelvis. Now I want you to notice if your legs are feeling a little held or maybe clenched. Feel free to adjust the ankles so that you're super duper comfortable. There we go. Now, on your next inhale, I want you to reach the hands up overhead, stretch towards the sky. Good. Exhale, I want you to round forward in the upper back, letting the hands drape in front of you. Kind of like weird zombie arms. There we go. So up, Anna, just a little bit, like right here. Yes, there we go, in the upper back, my love. So here, like a cat. There we go. And then we're gonna inhale to reach that spine tall, arms come back overhead. And then exhale, pull through goalpost arms. Good. Inhale, open into T arms. I know, high five your neighbor. Exhale, give yourself a hug. Right arm over left. Round that upper back, let the head hang. Maybe give yourself a little sway, a little hug here. There we go. Just cradling yourself for a second. Slowing down. Good. One more breath. Exhale, open mouth, let it go. Good. Inhale, reach those arms up above head. We're just going to take all of that again. Exhale, curve through the upper back, reaching those zombie arms forward. Make some space between your ears and shoulders. Inhale, stack up through the spine, hands go above the head. And exhale, pull through goalpost arms. Good. Hold it here. Inhale to open into T arms, palms face the sky. Good, Anna. Exhale, left arm over right, wrapping yourself in that hug. There we go. Drop the chin to the chest. Maybe sway a little bit, rocking yourself. Caring for yourself. No one else can care for you like you can. One more breath. And exhale to open those arms and let it go. Guys, now shake these hands. Good. Big inhale. Exhale, make some noise. Good. One more shaking. And exhale. Nice. Find a little bit of stillness. Feel that heat that you've already generated, melting away your stress. Only when you are ready, you can open your eyes. Kind of look around, see if there's any switch in energy. Very good. And then just very casually, you're gonna unwind your legs, kind of give yourself a moment to notice how you feel. Here we go. Beautiful. Resetting for the next step. When you're ready, we'll all meet in a tabletop. Take off your socks here. So if you have sensitive knees, maybe grabbing that blanket to pad. Here we go. Stacking bone on top of bone. Perfect. Take your knees just a little bit back, Jenna. There you go, my love. That's perfect. There we go, Kristen. Yes. Excellent, Melissa. All right, my friends. Now let's get into our cat-cows here. So as you inhale, I want you to drop the belly and take the gaze forward. Exhale, round through the spine, tucking the chin, pressing into the tops of the feet. Inhale, we come back into our cow, opening belly towards earth, gaze comes forward. And exhale, rounding. Just flow, my friends. Let it feel good. Inhale. And exhale. There we go. Trying to fill up your entire breath with movement. There we go. Finding your own rhythm, your own shape, your special moment. Good. Yes. I want you to take 3 more rounds wherever you are. Beautiful. Yes, Susan, nice. Beautiful, guys. Exhale, let it go. Let's all take one more together. Let's try to sync it up. Big inhale into your cow. Really actively press your shoulders away from your neck. There we go. Now, as you exhale, toes come together, knees open wide. Our hips go to our heels, and we lower our heart for Balasana, child's pose. Now, if it feels like your forehead is lifted and maybe not supported, grab a block, put it under your forehead. Child's pose is not about how far your hands are forward. It's about the length in your spine. There we go. All right, my love, open your knees for me. Yeah, sink your hips back to touch your heels. Yes. And then lower your heart down. Forehead's gonna go here. There we go. That's so much nicer. And then you can just soften a little bit as you can. Excellent work, everyone. Soft arms. 5 more rounds of breath here. Good breath. Here we go. Last couple rounds. Good, shaking back. You're right where you need to be. Last round of breath. Here we go, guys. When you're ready, start to feel the texture of your mat. Maybe roll your forehead on the earth, massaging temple, third eye, and other temple. Yeah, so just like this on the ground with your forehead. There you go, love. Perfect. Last round of breath. Nice, Anna. As you exhale, I want you to plant the hands, tuck the toes, and rise into your first downward facing dog. Now there's no rush, my friends. Take your time. Make sure that your feet aren't sliding. We may need to take off the socks. There we go. Yes. So take your socks off, Melissa. Yeah. Pedal it out when you do get there. No tension in the neck. Beautiful work, Carrie. There we go. Isn't that nicer? And then just relax your head. That's right, my love. Yes, and then open your feet wide. That way you have more room to balance, right? There we go. Everyone take a big inhale. Exhale, take your hands to your feet, back of the mat for your forward fold. Now bend your knees deeply, my friends. We've got to support our lower back so we never lock out in the legs. I like to rest my belly on my thighs and then tilt my head over towards the earth. Yes, beautiful. And then shake your head, yes and no. Nice work. One more round. Exhale, open that mouth. Let some heat escape from your being. Yes. Inhale for half lift. Find that little flat back for me. Good. And exhale, forward fold again. Inhale to very slowly roll up through your spine. The last one is the winner. Just kidding, there's no winners in yoga. But just take your time. Feel the weight of your head stretching your back body. So you take bone on top of bone. Now you've got to be careful with this one. This is when we tend to get a little lightheaded, right? So once you get to the top, you need to kind of just be still and feel. Make sure that you don't get any like spins, right? There we go. Beautiful work, guys. We haven't done this in a minute. Inhale, reach arms overhead. Exhale, awkward stretch. Be your amazing self for just a second. Find a shape that feels good. Oh, good job, Melissa. Yes. Don't worry about what you look like. Worry about how you feel. Yes. One more breath. As you exhale, softly forward fold again. Good. Inhale for half lift, connecting to the spine. Exhale. That's right, Krista. Forward fold. Here we go, guys. Inhale for your roll up once again. Maybe taking it even slower this time. Feeling how heavy you can make your upper body. That was really good, Anna Hill. Yes. I know your legs got wobbly, but didn't it feel so good? Yes, there we go. Everyone, beautiful work. When you reach the top, taking that extra moment of care to feel everything drain down your back body. Nice. Now, if you'd like, you can open your stance just a little bit. I want to take some neck hygiene, my love. So soften your arms, put your hands in your pockets, whatever you want to do. And then we're just gonna start to roll out that neck. Now remember, we're not here to be mean to our neck. It's already tight enough. So we're not forcing the stretch. You just kind of drop into it. Yes, that's right. And let the muscles soften and open. I know that it probably feels weird because we're like this all day long. So just stick with any discomfort as long as there's no pain. We can work with changing the brain pattern of discomfort. One more roll in this direction. Lift that chin back to center for me. Good job, guys. Now, if you want a little bitty challenge, keep your eyes closed for this next part. You can either stay with your feet open, or you can cross the left foot over right. Notice I have like a big open stance, so I'm balanced because my eyes might be closed. So it's difficult to balance with your eyes closed. Inhale to reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, lightly grab your right wrist and dip towards the left, like a big banana. Inhale here. Exhale, coming back up through the spine, dropping those arms, and unwinding the feet as you feel ready. Good job, guys. Let's do that on the other side. Inhale to reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for half lift. And exhale, let it fold. Good job, everyone. Inhale, roll up through your spine. Take your time. So try to let your upper body hang, Krista. And then it's like you're stacking yourself up like a slinky. There we go. That's so much nicer, Melissa. Yes. And then as you reach the top, maybe your cheeks get hot. You feel the change coming. You exhale to open that heart and let something go. Good. Now inhale, lifting up tall through the spine energetically. Exhale to drop that chin to the chest And a little yoga for the brain, roll your head in the opposite direction than last time. It's okay if you don't remember, no big deal. There we go. Now notice if your shoulders are holding, it's normal. We're all like that. It's okay. The more we practice softening, the easier it becomes. It just happens without us even thinking about it. But in the beginning, it is difficult. We live stressful lives in a weird society. So be kind to yourself. Breathe deeply. Give me one more roll in this direction. Nice job, guys. Returning that head back to center for me. We're gonna keep the eyes closed if you want that little bit of a challenge. Stepping our right foot over left, big wide stance so that we feel balanced and secure. Then we inhale to reach the arms overhead. As we exhale, we gently hold the left wrist and tilt towards the right. Now, personally, this side is tighter, my friends, so just be mindful. The sides are not the same. One more breath. And exhale to lift that spine up tall, arms float down, and we gently uncross our legs. Good work, my friends. We're gonna get a little weird with it. I want you to inhale to reach up. As you exhale, make fists with your hands. Inhale again. Exhale, you're gonna bring your fist to your chest like a gorilla. I want you to pat chest all the way across. In your armpits, we're opening the lymphatic system here to drain all of that cortisol that we do not want in our bodies. Let's keep going down from the sternum. That sounds so weird. On the belly, there we go. All the way down the left leg, really get into it. To the foot, all the way down, and then all the way back up. Yes, through the sternum, to the heart. Take a big breath. Exhale, go down the right side of your body, through the sternum, on the belly, on the outside of that hip, the top of that IT band, yes. And then all the way down the leg to the foot. Breathe in. Exhale, come back up. All the way through the heart center. Inhale, reach those hands out. Feel that heat escape. Exhale, soften the arms. Just let them soften down to your side. 3 rounds of breath in perfect stillness. Try not to wiggle. Don't touch your nose. Don't move your toe. Just be. One more. Yes. Good job, my friends. Only as you feel ready, flutter your eyes open. I know it's weird when I look at you, so I'll turn around. Come back to me, hear my voice. And let's balance a little bit. So bringing the feet together, I want you to shift your weight into that right foot. Now remember, no dumping, pull up in that right side. We're only going to kickstand the left toes, just the kickstand, guys. I want you to inhale to reach those arms overhead, grow your branches. Exhale, just point your foot, lift the toes, look how small. Inhale, kickstand the left toes. Exhale, just point the foot, toes come off. Inhale, kickstand, finding your balance. Exhale, point those toes, lifting them off the earth. Give me one more. Inhale, kickstand. Exhale, pull up through the right side of the body, nice and strong, pointing the left toes. Big inhale. And exhale, plant the left foot down and forward fold. Good job, guys. Inhale for half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, I want you to walk the hands out into your high plank. And if you're feeling tired, lower your knees right away. Exhale, lower your knees if you haven't already. And then nice and gentle, lower yourself all the way down to earth. There we go. Our forehead is on the earth. When we inhale the next time, I want you to squeeze your booty off the earth, baby cobra. Yes. Exhale, lower back down. Good. Inhale, press through your tabletop. Here we go. And then tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath here, just for a little organic time. There we go. That's looking great, girl. And your next edge is going to be to press that way. Yes, little heart towards your feet. Yes. Good. Is that better? A little bit. There we go. All right, everyone. Ooh, come back here, love. You're making it harder. There we go. Perfect. Big inhale, down dog. Exhale. Let's step to the top of the mat this time for your forward fold. So sometimes you've got to stand up and walk there and then forward fold. Sometimes you can keep your hands on the earth and take lots of steps there. It doesn't matter. Just come to the top and forward fold for me. Good. Yes, beautiful. Yes. Inhale for half lift. And exhale, forward fold. Now inhale for reverse swan dive this time. So you're going to come through your flat back, stand up at the hip, and reach the arms all the way overhead. Exhale, pull prayer hands through heart center. Good. One cleansing breath here, in through the nose. And exhale to let something go. Inhale, shifting your weight into your left foot this time, stacking all the bones up, feeling your abs turn on. And then exhale, kickstanding your right toes. Inhale, grow your branches. Exhale, drop your ribs, make sure you feel nice and sturdy. Inhale, I want you to, oh wait, I think I got the breath wrong. Anyways, inhale, lift the right toes off of the earth. Exhale, kickstand the right toes. Yeah, I think that's right. Inhale, point those right toes, finding your balance. Exhale, kickstanding right toes, making sure you're still connected. Let it flow. Inhale, pointing right foot. Exhale, kickstand those toes. One more. Big inhale, lift, lift, lift. And exhale, let the foot come down and forward fold. Good job, guys. Inhale for your half lift, nice and easy. And exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Now bend through your knees deeply because you're going to want to try to get your hands towards the earth so that you can step the feet back as you breathe in. So now we're in our high plank again. That's right, Krista. Good, Melissa. Exhale, Lower your knees. Lower all the way to your belly. Good job, guys. Inhale, lifting for your baby cobra. If you have the space, feel free to be a big cobra today. There we go. Oh, everyone's smiling. Exhale, lower back down. You got it, Jenna. Inhale, press through your tabletop. One more, tuck those toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big inhale, down dog. Exhale, lower your knees and find your child's pose. There we go. Get close to the earth, my friends. Support yourself with your block or your bolster. I'm going to give you a little bit of fan action. That was beautiful. So as you find your stillness here, notice, am I really holding myself? Is there a way I can soften into this shape just a little bit more? Yes. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm magic like that. No, everything feels like. Yeah, that's the point. Here we go, love. Yes. Oh, look at that. You just don't know what I'm doing. You're perfect. You're doing everything perfectly. Yeah. Does it feel okay? That's all that matters. 2 more breaths here, my loves. Last one. Only as you feel ready. You can either lengthen out onto your belly or roll up through your spine. There's no right or wrong. If you don't want to do either of those things, that's fine too. We're going to get set up for a pigeon. So I want to give you guys a little moment just to see how you feel. And then we're going to grab our bolsters. Look at me remembering before we go into pigeon. So no rush. Take your time. Maybe grab a sip of water. Perfect. Love it, love it. We ready? I think this is going to be nice. You guys need this today. Okay. So from our tabletop, draw your right knee towards your right hand. Send your right foot towards your left hand. Yes. Slide your left leg back and away from you so that your hips sink down. And then get your bolster. Remember to leave half of it free for your face. And then lay down, and I will come and help. Yes. Yeah, there it is. Perfect, Anna. Both Annas, very good. You know what? You're not. No? Does it feel good? Yeah, I think I'm going to do it. Yeah. Just enjoy. Feeling the release on the outside of the right hip and maybe a sensation on the front of the left hip / leg. All right. Do you feel like this is sickled? The reason this is happening is because you're pushing this foot a little too far forward. So bring it towards your groin just a little bit. And then do you see how that leg just automatically lengthened? Mm-hmm. So just like an inch more space, just so you can breathe a little. Yeah. No, but look, she's just laying down. Yeah, she said she liked it that way, so we can do that. If you want to stretch on the leg, yeah. Here, come back with your hips. Bring this knee towards this hand. Good. Send this foot towards this side. Yes, that's perfect. This goes underneath. And then you slide your back leg away from you, lower your hips. Is that the edge? And then lay down. Okay, so then lengthen it. Or just like roll like this. Perfect. Good. Good work, everyone. Last few rounds of breath here. Yes. Remember that us ladies, we hold undealt with emotions in our hips. So if feelings of anger, fear, anxiety are arising, don't be scared. You're safe. Those are things that are trying to get out of your body because you're stretching your hip area. Let it out. Don't hold on to it. It's weighing you down. Last 2 rounds of breath. Very good, my friends. Now, you are free to unwind out of this however you see fit. But if you would like, it might be fun to lift your upper body, reposition your bolster in front of you, long legs. We're gonna do the roll and sit, but then check it out, supported fish. Yay. You didn't plan that, did you? No, I didn't, it just happened. And then we'll do the other side after that. But I think, and you don't have to face this way, guys. It's cool if your feet are that way. So that way you can just like roll over, right? Let me come help set up. All right, lay down. Yes, yes. Opening that heart. Good setup with your alignment, girl. Nice. Yes, that looks great. This happens to me too. I feel like my skin goes around my neck, right? And it's like I can't like breathe sometimes. So sometimes I literally have to like take my arm, yeah, and like shove it. Yeah. That way it's just a little extra space, right? Just a little. Yeah. That's better. Perfect. Good. Very nice, Gary. Everyone, nice work. Beautiful, Jackie. And then your arms and legs are just dead weight. Maybe you flip the palms to face the sky. But I want you to picture inhaling love through your heart and exhaling, returning love from your heart to the outside world. Inhale, absorb love from the universe. Exhale, release love to the outside world. You've got about 5 rounds of breath here. Good, yawn. Soften the front of your throat, Andy. Yes, there you go. Last round or 2 of breath. Very nice, my friends. Now, there's no specific way to rise from this, but my personal preference is to just roll off of the side and land in a fetal. If you choose to sit straight up, all I ask is that you tuck your chin first. There we go. Maybe a combo of the two, the tuck and roll. There we go. Yeah. It works. Perfect. It works, right? Here we go. And then I want you to just take a second to notice. I know that you know the other pigeon is coming and we're so excited, but let's feel grateful for our supported fish before we move on. Right? Thank you for that, Jan Chiquita. As you feel ready, you can come through your tabletop and we'll get set up with our left side pigeon. So I'm right here for assistance. You need a few bolsters in front of you at this angle. There you go. Draw the left knee towards the left hand. Left foot towards right hand, but we don't force it, right? Slide the right leg back and away from you so that the hips sink down. Place your bolster and then lay down. Now, if pigeon is too deep, just sit on the side of your left hip and just chill. Just find a shape that's better for you. But I'll come around and just check in. So good, girl. Do you feel like you're really breathing through your arms here? Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like tension sneaking in at all.
I don't
Perfect. Okay, great. Your hips look awesome. This leg is nice and long. It's really opening up. So just keep doing what you're doing. Here you go, up. Yeah. And then on the first side, you just kind of laid, right? Don't force it, right? Maybe you just lay here. Because the other side was real tight, right? Because right now, you're holding yourself. You don't need that. Yeah, relax. Yes. That will serve you more in the long run. Let's put this bolster under this arm. Then you're gonna chill. The left is, my left is always tighter for sure. Very good, everyone. Now let's return to those big, full, complete breaths. Whatever shape you're making, as long as you are breathing, you are doing yoga. Yoga was never movement to begin with, when it was developed thousands of years ago. It was stillness. It was pranayama work, breath work, and meditation. So use your breath as an anchor to this moment. Let it heal and serve you and flush all of those toxins out of your body. Still use that, right? Just in case. That's good. Nice job. We've got about 3 more rounds of breath here. Very nice, my loves. Making sure your tension has snuck into the fingers or the outside of the shoulders. Last round of breath or 2. Nice. 1 more. And as you exhale, softly begin to unwind as you feel that the time is right. There we go. Very, very good. Now you can have a little bit of room to wiggle here, but your next stop is going to be to come onto the spine. So whenever you feel ready, we'll all lay down. Not Shavasana. Let's take bridge before we Shavasana, shall we? This will be nice to just open that front body a little bit more before we get nice and cozy for our final rest. So once you find your spine on the earth, take a minute to adjust, right? You got to move the tissues around the spine just to make sure that everything's laying nice and happily, if that makes sense. Check in with your arms. Maybe they want to be overhead. Maybe they prefer a low V, but there's that sweet spot, right? Sometimes goalpost arms where it's like, oh man, I can just let go in this arm shape. Then draw the soles of the feet to the earth for me, bending through your knees, good. Opening the feet as wide as the hips. Heels should be about 5 inches away from the hips. Yes, now, big inhale. Exhale to press into your feet as you tuck your tailbone and then you articulate your spine all the way off the earth. So lift the hip points up towards the ceiling. Beautiful, Mallory, yes. Hold it there for me. Big breath, no tension in the chest. Exhale from the top of your spine, set each vertebra down, going towards your tailbone. If you really tune in, it takes some time to do it. Here we go. Beautiful, good. We're going to do it 1 more time. Big inhale. Exhale to tuck that tailbone, lift the hips up towards the side. Lengthen the back body. Put those palms. There we go. Breathe. Exhale to roll the spine back down to the earth. Good, Andy. Did you feel that twitch, Andy? That was beautiful. Good job. Good, good, good. When your spine is nice and supported, maybe take a few windshield wipers with the knees back and forth, just massaging the sacrum. And then feel free to take any final wiggles that are calling to you. You've got about 5 rounds of breath just to play. Maybe there's something that I didn't get to today. And then when the time feels right, start to set up for your Shavasana, which is just corpse in Sanskrit. So we're literally just laying here. We love the bolster under the knees. It's just a nice support for the lower back. But if it doesn't vibe with you, you can always kick it in. There we go. Perfect. Option to take reclined butterfly with feet on the bolster if you want more of a stretch. Maybe this is so funny. If I could do this, there we go. Yes. Does anyone else need a blankie? 1, 2. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Nice. So just as we began, we need a bit of time to sink in to this moment. So fix your pants, fix your hair, get anything out of the way. Oops, sorry. That might distract you. And then give yourself permission to let go. You have earned this rest time. And you have done enough. Feel your breath rolling in and out. And drift away from it. I'll bring you back when it's time. It's time to very slowly start returning to your body. Visualize your energetic self floating through the air, hovering over you, and being accepted into your human vessel. Take a big breath in. Setting it out. Feeling your fresh energy and new perspective settle. Become aware of your hands and feet. There we go. Being gentle and kind as you reawaken. If a full body stretch is calling, feel free to explore. Taking any movements that feel right to you in this moment. We're going to rest a little bit longer. So maybe you roll into a fetal on one side. Maybe you're happy as you are. Maybe you make a totally new shape that I don't even know about. But get cozy. And let's let all of those tiny oxygen bubbles disperse through your bloodstream evenly. This will balance your hormones. This will balance your serotonin, cortisol. Everything adjusts in this moment. Two more rounds of breath. And on your next exhale, begin to slowly rise. There is no rush. Maybe keep your eyes closed as you feel your way up to vertical. Coming back to that shape, stacking your head over heart and heart over pelvis. Feeling your energy flow freely. Breath comes easily. I'm going to close with this week's quote. Everything you need is within. Seek nothing outside of yourself. Everything you need is within. Seek nothing outside of yourself. If you'd like, join me bringing prayer hands to heart center, thanking yourself for your awesome practice tonight. Thank you so much for trusting me to guide you. Let's all take one more inhale together. And as we exhale, bow and say namaste. Namaste, my loves. Beautiful work. Remembering to not move too quickly. Please sit in your peace as long as your evening allows. And sorry I went a bit over time, but this was an amazing class. So y'all just enjoy. And new friends, just see me before you go. No rush. My pleasure. Good job, guys.
Bye, friends at home. I love you. We'll see you later.